Hello everyone, I'm Drunk and welcome to the Baking Analyst channel. On this channel, we cover economics, personal finance, and cryptocurrencies with a focus on yield farming for now. So if that sounds interesting to you, do consider subscribing and leaving a like. If you're completely new to DeFi or yield farming in general and how people are making passive income staking their cryptocurrencies for crazily high rates of interest, I actually have a free online course that you can access at the link down below. It's on Skillshare and you can get it with a free trial, cancel anytime, and it will cost you nothing. So do check that out if you're new here. With that out of the way, let's get right into the content. And you might be wondering, what on earth am I doing in this inebriated state, bringing you an urgent video in the middle of the night? Well, the reason I'm doing that is because of VVS Finance and Cronos farming. This Cronos update is really an emergency one because they just revealed the APRs on these farms and they are, for lack of a better word, insane. So this is just going to be a short video covering VVS Finance and possible risks that I see with it. Obviously, I'll be covering the Cronos chain in more detail in a more well fleshed out video. Why I upgraded to the green card when CRO just pumped to its all-time high. But anyway, not financial advice. Do your own research. This is a high risk investment. So let's get started, shall we? So what is VVS Finance? Well, VVS Finance is a yield farm and DEX on Cronos chain, together with Chronoswap, Crodex, PhotonSwap, and some others that are in the pipeline. They have notably been one of the first few to launch a yield farm. For the past 3 days, the APYs have been hidden because they were doing this thing called a pioneer farming period, wherein you just collected a lot of VVS tokens. VVS wasn't tradable, it wasn't sellable, it wasn't buyable on this DEX, and you couldn't even see the price of it, and therefore you wouldn't be able to calculate the APY of it. However, now they have released those figures and they are pretty insane. So if we were to go into earn, for example, we see that it is currently doing 2,500% and 2,300% on really quality coin pairs. So it's just ETH and BTC with CRO as the counterpart in the pair. What makes it even more insane is that these APRs are being sustained even with so much liquidity, and 17 million for the ETH pool and close to 16 million on the BTC pool. And this is unheard of on the Harmony chain if you've been following me, and this 16 million is probably like almost a whole DEX worth of liquidity on Harmony. So this is really impressive, and of course, is it sustainable? I doubt so. However, this is the reason I'm getting this video out to you select group of subscribers, and it is something you can take advantage of if you think that the risk reward suits you. So we have high APRs, check. Quality coins, check. And what's more important, no deposit fees, check. Now, what about the team and tokenomics? Well, we're just going to look into that in a minute. If we go over here to the documentation for VVS Finance, we realize that it is actually pretty well fleshed out. They even give you like a whole tutorial on participating in DeFi, which is pretty nice. I think it adds a lot of credibility to the project. And they show you how to provide liquidity, remove liquidity, very beginner friendly. In fact, this could be a learning resource now that I think about it. It's better than a lot of documentations I've seen on other DEXs. Now, the tokenomics of the farm token, the VVS token, is pretty inflationary. So we have trillions of tokens to be supplied. However, at least they show you that, where the tokens are going. There's no locking of rewards, by the way, and these APRs are obviously likely to decrease over time as the years go on. So you might be wondering, 2000% APR, if we go ahead and look on this page, we're actually even able to see potential ROI. For example, that's 1 day, that's $133 a day from a $2,000 investment, which is pretty much a full-time job salary in many places. And this is not even taking into account daily compounding. However, it's important to note that transactions on Cronos are not as cheap as on Harmony. Now let me just switch over to the Cronos mainnet over here. Cronos mainnet, alright, let's go. And if we try to swap Crow to BTC, we find that our gas fee is actually close to 1 CRO, so that's not so much near zero as Harmony 1. However, it is about, let's say, 20 cents or so at these current rates, 20 to 30 cents. I'm just going to reject that because I'm not going to be swapping to BTC anytime soon. However, compounding daily is still economical if you have a sizable investment. Now next, we want to move on to the due diligence aspect of VVS Finance. Now there are several risks that I have found both in the code and in the audit. Well, kudos to them that they did a slow missed audit. Audits cost money, and therefore developers who pay for audits in order to gain credibility through a game theory perspective are more likely to stick with the project, but of course that is no ironclad guarantee. And here's where several risks or potential risks pop up. When we look at the audit by slow missed, we find that N10, which is risk of excessive authority, has been ignored, or rather, it hasn't been updated so far. I'm waiting for the mod on the Discord to reply to the comments. However, what N10 really is essentially a piece of code that allows the owner of the contract to withdraw users' deposited LP tokens. So down here in the audit, it suggests that it has been ignored. I'm not sure whether they have implemented a time lock. I will have to go back to the contract and have a look, and this is in the Craftsman contract. If there are any smart contract coders out there, you can comment down below whether you find anything. But from a brief look of the Craftsman contract, we also find that unfortunately there seems to be a migrator code. So the migrator code is something that is often seen in rug pulls, but at the same time and equally it is seen in the established PancakeSwap project on Binance Smart Chain. So it is not a guarantee that it is a rug. It could very well be a rug, but I'll come to this point that mitigates the risk of this project being a rug, or rather increases the likelihood that this project is legitimate. And that point is actually the fact that VVS Finance is financed, pun intended, under the Particle B incubation. Particle B is a Crypto.com affiliated accelerator that seeks to help blockchain projects scale up. And if we visit Particle B's website, we see that they are affiliated with Crypto.com. They even have a proper LinkedIn page. It is all KYC'd, doxed, and it is a legitimate organization. So take what you will about it. I would say that VVS, with its current code, can be considered high risk, just from the perspective of it having a migrator code, as well as the audit point that has been just ignored. Not sure whether they have updated this or responded to the auditors. However, being vetted and accepted onto Crypto.com's affiliated accelerator does inspire a bit more confidence in the project. Now, of course, never invest what you cannot afford to lose, and always ape safely. So this has been a brief overview of VVS Finance and what it is, the possible risks, and the possible rewards. I hope you found this video useful, and if you like videos like these, do comment below and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, it helps out the channel a lot. As always, farm safely, always do your own research, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.